Hi everyone, this is the kickoff video for APM 13.1. And before we'll get going and go over the deliverable for this list, I want to make sure we know what are the goals. And the first goal of the iteration is to allow our users to easily navigate from and to the metric dashboard. We are doing that in order to allow our info team to easily move between or navigate between GitLab metric chart into Grafana. We know that we are working toward replacing Grafana. However, we know that we won't be able to replace them at the moment. By allowing our team to easily transition between our charts and Grafana, we will enable them to start using our metric dashboard in each and every flow they have. The second milestone, the second goal of this iteration is to make sure that the data we present is accurate. We've seen some inconsistency in the data and can easily be consumed. Let's go over the deliverable list. Issue number one is some work that is left from the previous iteration. In the previous iteration, that is 13.0, we've announced the availability of adding annotation to our metric dashboard. And this issue is to create some sort of a job that will delete the annotation that are older than 13 days in order to make sure not to that the database, our database, will be run out of space. The second issue is linking from one dashboard to another. I'm going to go ahead and open the issue. We would like to allow our users to click on any chart, and from that chart, they will see some sort of a menu where they'll be able to navigate to different places, different links, either within our metric chart or to external links. The next one is add the auth token authentication to manual instance of Prometheus. This is primarily to allow our Prometheus instance, our Thanos instance, that its API are behind auth token authentication to be able to connect to our metric dashboard. Number 4 in the list is to add some sort of a validation to our dashboard. As we are adding more and more features, we are making our dashboard YAML very complex, and we make the life of our users a bit complicated. And with this issue, we'll be able to present our user with some sort of an information as we conduct a validation on the correctness of our YAML files. Issue number 5, add related dashboard link. And we have one issue for making sure we have an ability to drill from a metric, from a chart. This issue is allowing our users to create related links on a specific dashboard. So whenever a user will open a dashboard, they'll be able to configure to which dashboard or to which link they would like to navigate from within that dashboard. Number 6 is related to our self-monitoring project. Apparently, we got some requests to make sure that our self-monitoring dashboard will be available for our omnibus user. Right now, it's only available for the .com. So we want to make sure that our omnibus users will have an out-of-the-box dashboard as well. Issue number 7, this is the last part of our variables on our metric dashboard. In iteration number 13, we delivered the variables on the metric dashboard, so user can configure a variable which is constant or a variable that is on an array. And this issue is to allow some sort of a dynamic variables. So instead of putting a list of variables, the user will need to put some sort of a prompt QL, and that prompt QL will result with the list of variables or list of values, and those values will be the options of the variables. Number 8 is improve the tooltip interaction. Our tooltip interaction is not that smooth, and it results that it is covering the metric chart. So it's when you have a lot of information and you hover over the metric chart, you see that the tooltip is disturbing the work. So we want to make sure it will be smoother. This is one example on how it can look. Number 9 is the telemetry for the North Start metric. We want to capture the number of users that are viewing our logging. Number 10, introducing the range variables. Right now, today, when we are presenting single stat value, the value is calculated over a period of constant time. So right now it is calculated over 7 days. So it doesn't matter if you're viewing single stat, it doesn't matter how you choose your time picker, you will always see the same value. So by introducing this variable here, we'll be able to calculate the single stat over a period of time. So for instance, if you want to calculate your uptime, obviously your uptime may be different if you are looking on a period of a month or a period of a year or a period of a week. So this issue comes to resolve this demand. Number 11 is to allow our users to toggle between UTC format and localhost format. Some teams prefer to look at the metric on their local time. Some teams that are distributed across multiple time zones may prefer to view those metrics on a UTC time. Improving our URL of a custom metric dashboard, issue number 12. And basically it will create some sort of a vanity URL for our metric dashboard. So it will be easier for the user to move between a dashboard to a dashboard. They won't need only to use the drop down. If they know, for instance, the name of the dashboard, they can simply replace it by the name here, and they'll be able to move between the dashboard. So the proposal is to make this URL look something more digestible, something like that. And the last two issues are around shortcut for our chart panel. One issue is that we'll be able to move by clicking on a tab. We'll be able to move from one chart to another. And when you're focusing on a specific chart, then you'll have a shortcut on the chart, so you'll be able to navigate quickly to a different dashboard, or opening, creating an alert, or navigating to the logs. It is very helpful when you're troubleshooting an incident and you want to quickly move from one place to another. This is it. As always, if you have any other comments, feel free to add those into the issue. Thank you, and bye-bye.